Now here's how to get started with your GIBBOard, whether you're using it to add a little movement to your day or to dial in your balance and focus. So to start, it might be a good idea to bring your board next to some stable object like your desk so you have something to hold on to initially. But if you're really confident in your balancing abilities, then feel free to just start here. Either way, we're going to get one foot up onto the center of the line, and we're just going to play a little bit with that elastic component of the line by driving our foot into it and then lifting off. I want you to come up onto the down leg toe, and we're going to rebound a little bit from right there. Okay? We're going to rebound here because this rebounding movement has been shown clinically to help not only boost balance and blood flow, but also help regulate the nervous system. So if you're feeling super stressed, getting on your board, rebounding a little bit like this is great. Of course, you want to switch and do the same thing on the other side as well. All right, about 10 to 15 seconds on each side, a little bit of rebounding. From there, we're going to leave the foot planted in the center of the line. You're going to shift up to your toe again. We're going to lift the leg, cross over the midline of the body, and tap the toe to the other side, and then bring it back and repeat for about 10 to 15 seconds right here, crossing over the center line of the body. After you've done that for 10 to 15 seconds, we're going to stay here and repeat crossing over the back, over the midline of the body, tap, back over the line to the start side, and then repeat 10 to 15 seconds right here. And then, of course, you're going to want to repeat both of these movements on that other leg. Now we're really going to up the strength challenge here by getting ourselves into a lunge position. So this is all going to be dependent on your level of tolerance here, but we're going to separate the feet into this sort of staggered position. You're going to want to flex this knee to whatever degree you'd like. If, of course, you're rehabilitating or nursing some type of injury in the knee, this might be one you want to avoid. But if your legs are feeling good and you're looking to build some strength, definitely try this one. We're going to descend to wherever your level of tolerance is, and you're going to hold it right here. This is just a static hold for 10 to 15 seconds. I don't know if you can see it here, but my leg is trembling because as we're engaging in exercise on this line, the line vibrates. And that's one of the big benefits of using this is the enhanced muscle activation benefits. So don't be alarmed if you start to tremble after just a few seconds of any loaded movement like this, okay? So right and left sides, 15-second hold. From there, we're going to bring it back and practice our first sort of single leg balance maneuver. So as long as you're somewhere near the center of the board, bring your toe up, arms are out, body's nice and tall. Definitely don't be hip hinge forward. Body's tall, eyes are forward, leg's going to lift, and we're going to hold that balance right there. The goal here should be just about 3 to 5 seconds to start. Then move it up to 5 to 8 seconds, and then maybe 10 seconds, and then 15 seconds. But this is all going to happen as your body awareness improves. So it's really important not to have super high expectations when you go into this. It can be quite frustrating, actually, if you see me doing this and then you can't do it. I've worked with high-level athletes on these who have a really hard time just doing these basic exercises to start. You'll be really encouraged, though, at how fast your body's going to adapt if you just stick with it. Next, we're going to move to the back of the line, assuming you're able to hold that balance for 3 to 5 seconds. The next thing you're going to try is walking the line. So we're going to have our arms out. We're going to start with one foot towards the back of the board. We're going to lead with the other and try to move one foot in front of the other down to the end of the line. You can stop there, hop off, and try again if you like, or you can try to move backwards to get to the point that you initially started in. And then we'll step off. Okay? Now, the last challenge we're going to engage in here, last exercise with our standing positions, is to start with a nose lift. So we call the front of the board, whatever which way you're standing as you're oriented towards it. The front of the board would be the nose, the back of the board would be the tail, and you're going to drive your weight through your heel to lift the nose of the board and try to balance right there for a few seconds. After your nose lift balance, then try to progress right into your line walk. And then after your line walk, try to progress into a tail lift for a few seconds. And then after your tail lift, try to bring it back to that start position and either repeat or stop, give yourself a break, and do it again. This is a really fun exercise, though, and For a lot of people, it's just challenging enough to make you want to keep going until you get it. So stick with it, because I'm very confident that all you'll be able to do this after practicing for a few days. All right, so let's wrap up here by getting some upper body strength going. Again, great to do to break up the day, add some movement, or improve your focus by getting the blood flow and strength going. We're going to get into a high plank position on our board. You can feel free to do some push-ups right here, maintaining that nice braced midsection with the hips up. You can separate your feet and then drive the knees in to tap the line. This would be great for 5 to 10 reps on each side. The last thing you can do is really get a wide grip on that line. Wide feet. Shift your body weight to the left to lift the board, and then gently setting it down, shift to the other side. Great work for the obliques, for those muscles that enable you to rotate and also stabilize your spine and pelvis. That's it. Simple ways to add a little movement and mindfulness into your days.